Welcome back, Panther Nation. Welcome to the 2025-2026 school year. Today, we're going to be talking to some students and staff about this school year.
We have a ton of interviews coming up. We got an interview with Coach Mills over football. We have a little bit of a talk with Mr. Miller about esports, and we also have the 20 Years on Panther Way interviews coming right your way.
Thank you for supporting the Central Scoop Newscast. Make sure to like and share our videos. Grab a seat, stick around, and let's talk about it.
Emily, what are your goals for this year?
My goals for this year is to get straight A's and to have a good softball season.
My goals are to have a good softball and volleyball season and make good grades.
To make all A's and maintain my 4.0.
All right, what's your goals for this season?
Just have fun. It's my senior year. Have fun.
Well, my goal is to drive and probably be an auto mechanic and get a job before that, so yeah.
Pass about 6-7 classes.
Lexicultural, what are your goals for this year?
To pass all of my classes and lock in and make good grades. Sarah Helen, what are your goals for this school year?
To also have good grades, be kind to everyone.
My goals for the school year is to meet new friends and to graduate early.
To get a better GPA and have good attendance. Peace.
What are your goals for this school year?
I want to get good grades, get my GPA up more, and have perfect attendance.
Make good grades and do good in my sports.
My goals for this year are at least pass with A's, B's, and maybe a few C's. Not too many.
Just to keep good grades and school on time.
Oh, well, my goal is to pass greatly and do better at art, stuff like that. Oh, and I have a YouTube channel called THJ Productions.
To win region. To win region, make new friends, and pass. To pass.
My goals are to make good grades and do good in softball this year.
My goals for this school year is just to make really good grades and make a lot of friends this year. So, Dakota, what is your goals for this school year?
Well, to make all A's and, just to be well in drama, I guess.
My goal for this school year is to make all A's.
My goal for this school year is to be a leader in my school and to share Jesus.
Just do better than what I did last year, really.
Make A's, meet some people.
To get better grades than last year.
What's your plans for the school year?
Make it through college algebra.
Yes.
To be friends with everybody.
Hi, my name is Bailey. This is my friend Shelby. Shelby, what is your goals for the school year?
My goals for the school year is to make good grades, win many championships, and go viral on the Blue and Gold Sports Network.
My goals for the school year is to make good grades and to go viral on Blue and Gold Network.
My goals for this school year is to make good grades and marry Morgan Wallen.
My goals is to make straight A's and be the best person I can be and push my classmates to be the best.
To pass and not get in trouble.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Wilson, and I'm here today with Principal Jeff Frost. Mr. Frost, how many years have you been working as a teacher or principal?
I have been a principal and teacher for 29 years, 9 years as a teacher, 10 years as a principal at Lay Elementary, and 10 years here at Knox Central High School.
So what are your goals for this year?
My goals for this year is to continue to improve in every area for myself personally, but for our students as well. I want to see them grow and expand in whatever area they want to. I want to develop leaders of these young people so they can be successful, whether they stay right here in Knox County or they go across the world. They can be successful with the skills and direction we provided here at Knox Central High School.
And last, what is your message to Panther Nation?
My message to Panther Nation is to show up, don't give up, keep working hard, and we'll get through this. We have a great year ahead of us and great opportunities as we celebrate these 20 years here on Panther Way.
What is your message for Panther Nation?
Welcome back, everyone. I'm so happy to be back teaching high school again. I'm teaching geometry and algebra 2 this year, so that's really exciting. I just wish everybody a wonderful year. Do your best and have fun. We're here with Miss Middleton.
And my goals for this school year is, nope, that's all. Go ahead.
We're here with Miss Middleton. What's your message for Panther Nation?
Come to school and try your best.
I'm with Ms. Trosper. What is your message for Panther Nation?
Be kind to everybody.
We're here with Miss Bargo. What do you teach?
Teach personal finance to seniors.
She's new to Panther Nation, so what are you most excited for this year?
I'm excited to see these seniors and to get started with the year, and we're going to learn a lot of life skills, so we're going to bring those to the table. We wrote checks today, so hopefully that carries on with them.
I'm here with Miss Daniels, and she teaches social studies. And what are you excited about for this school year?
The school year?
Or Panther Nation?
Panther Nation. Well, I'm very excited about the blue and gold because blue is a great color for me. So I am very excited. And who doesn't like gold? There you go. That's all I got.
Hi, my name is Macy Yother. I teach English 2 here at Knox Central, and I graduated from Knox Central in the year 2020.
What's your message for Panther Nation?
I'm excited to be back home from where I graduated from, and go Panthers.
I'm here with our new business admin teacher,
Andrea Barnard.
And what are you most excited about this year?
Meeting new students and establishing our new pathway here.
Tell us your name.
I'm Molly Shields.
What do you do?
I teach art at Knox Central. We do the visual arts and everything is very studio based in my classroom. So a lot more doing and creating than writing and reading and that kind of thing.
And how has it been being at Panther Nation for 20 years?
It's wild to me that we've been in this building for 20 years because my graduating class, the seniors, some of them actually came with the shovels, you know, and broke ground for the pictures in the newspaper and that kind of thing. So it's wild to me that we've been in this building for 20 years. And this is actually my 15th year, so I've not been here all of them, but close, but close. So.
What are you excited for about this year?
About this year in general, it's really exciting for me that my I-Lead kiddos are freshmen this year, and Miss Macy is helping me out. She's one of their link crew leaders, and that probably, I don't know, that might sound kind of overwhelming because we're starting over with a whole new crew, but I think it's really special that we get these kids their freshman year, and then we get to watch them and help them through everything until they graduate. I'll get to see these kids every day for 30 minutes, and I feel like that's something that's a special thing that not a lot of high schools have the opportunity to do. So I'm really excited about that. As sad as it is that my babies left me last year and graduated, I'm really excited to get to kind of start that over and see these kiddos just blossom and kind of figure out who they are and what they want to do with life.
So what's coming up in our class this year?
Well, right now we're drawing. We're learning about perspective and making things look like it goes away from you or comes forward on paper, which is basically magic. So that's fun. We're going to learn about the value scale and color, all kinds of stuff. We're adding printmaking back to the curriculum this year, and I'm really excited about that. We'll definitely be making stamps, maybe some custom t-shirts. We'll see how kiddos do with it. And then at the end of the semester, we'll have our arts festival and our crafters fair. So it's little baby steps, but it all builds up to a really big ending. So
interesting concept. So
thank you. I'm here with
Miss Griffith.
What do you do for the school?
I am the library media specialist, and I also work with adult and student lighthouse teams.
How do you feel about it being 20 years at Panther Way?
It's kind of crazy. I was the first graduating class that was here for all 4 years whenever we came through. And so I think this opened in 2006 and I was here on 2007. So I feel a little bit old, and then this is my 10th year teaching. So it feels kind of surreal.
What's your favorite thing to do, like, with students?
Definitely Student Lighthouse. One of the best things that we do with Student Lighthouse is work on homecoming, which you are a part of. Every year we do a Spirit Week, and we started the tradition of doing a Panther hunt, and so people can win tickets to games, tickets to snowball, and different activities like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and for Macy's joke of the week, guys, Macy, what joke do you got for us?
Oh, I got a good one. How many tickles does it take to tickle an octopus?
I don't know.
Really? You don't know?
No.
Tentacles.
I don't think I understand the joke.
You get it? 10 tickles?
Yeah, okay.
If you want your joke in the next video, contact us here. Hey, listen here. Make sure those jokes are school appropriate. Go Panther Nation. Now, let's get back to the video.
What is your name and what do you do here?
My name is Jacob Lindsay, and I am the Kentucky College coach here at Knox Central.
Okay, so what is the most important part of college applications?
Can we go to this one?
We have some questions for you.
All right, I'm ready.
How can high school students stand out in their college applications?
If I could give one piece of advice about college applications and how to stand out, it would be to be involved here at school. There's all kinds of things that we offer here at Knox Central, and we have a lot of kids that would just rather go home every day and go to bed when there's so much they can get involved in. So that would be my number one thing to tell them.
What should seniors be most concerned with going to college?
As of right now, in August, coming up on September, I would tell our seniors that they need to start looking at colleges, be thinking about where they want to apply. We're going to work on FAFSA, FSAIDs, and things like that. But my biggest thing I like to tell them is to not worry. That's the reason why I'm here. You can't laugh.
Final question. Who is your favorite senior?
My favorite senior at Knox Central High School is, I don't know.
Hello and welcome. I'm with Knox Central football coach Wayne Mills. So looking at your schedule this year, if you can take down teams like Whitley, Marion, South, and Martin County, you can be very well going 6-0 going up to Laws Mountain. So what's kind of your looking throughout the season, going into that bye week, and once you start district play, what's your goals from that?
Well, the biggest thing is you want to keep getting better each week, and when you want to be playing your best when you get in district play, because we all know that's when it counts. That's seeding for playoffs and different things. But as a coach, you don't want to sell that to your team. You want to just take one week at a time. My motto is let's worry about ourselves, be the best version of ourselves, and then just as they come, because it's a long season. Injuries, you just never know, sickness, different things happen throughout the season. So you just have to take it one week at a time and just hopefully your kids are progressing and getting better.
So compared to this last group of seniors, which was very offensive and defensive line heavy with a couple of skills players, now you've got your quarterback's a senior, you've got a DB that's a senior, you've got a senior on the O-line, so it's pretty spread out. So how are these seniors taking that job of being the leaders on the team?
Well, we talked about that a lot in all season, and our seniors have done a great job. They had a great winter program. They've worked hard. They've been here all summer. They've got some lofty goals, and they want to be the senior group that maybe turns the page to get us to another level. But just been really pleased with, all of them are starters, contribute, a lot to the football team. So I rely on those guys a lot for the culture of the program, the temperature of the team. We do a lot of talking outside of football just to make sure that a senior-led team is going to be a good team instead of a coach-led team.
So a lot of people, they'll talk and they'll say, well, Knox Central ain't got a chance this year in the district because Bell's heavy this year. They got a lot of people this year, Rock. So what do you say to people that say that we can't win the 3A district?
Well, it's just like anything else. If you played it on paper, you ain't got a chance. That's why we play every Friday, because everybody knows that ball takes funny bounces, and so we'll worry about those when they get here. And right now we're just going to enjoy the 1 week at a time and try to get better.
So kind of we're talking about the game aspect. I know last year we were a very ground and pound team, run the football, throw a couple screens. So how much different offensively are we this year compared to last year?
Well, we feel like our strengths, it obviously starts, we have our quarterback back. We have Braden Sizemore back. You have Zach, Evan Hubbard, Landon Doctor. We have a lot of backs, but we have a lot of receivers. This is probably one of the most well-versed teams that I've been a part of. You have a lot of athletes that can play outside. You have guys that can carry the football. you know, last week in our scrimmage, 6 different kids scored a touchdown.
Yeah, all 6.
And it's, you know, when you get back and you start looking at it, you go, wow, you know, so we'll be hard. We're not just going to rely on one thing. I mean, I feel like we'll have good balance with run and pass. So we basically say whatever the defense will allow us to do, that's what we're going to do.
You see, I was actually going to ask you about that. Like, I know Spencer had a touchdown. You know, Braden had a touchdown. Lane had a touchdown. You had all these different players scoring. So that, like, as a coach, are you looking at that like, just is that good?
Oh yeah, it's awesome because you just can't focus on one player. You know, so. You're going to say, well, let's load the box to stop Braden Sizemore. Well, if you put there, then we have guys on the outside. You have Dunn and Coleman and Olmstead, Evan Taylor, Caleb Taylor, Spencer Pritchard. You've got guys that can catch the football. So, you know, again, we're going to take what they give us.
And talking about Spencer and all them, so you got a big freshman crew coming up. And so another thing I've heard from a lot of people is like, you can't use the excuse that you're young this year. The people would excuse last year, oh, we were young last year. You can't do that 2 years ago.
No, you have the 5 seniors and you have a big junior class. And a lot of those guys are older guys. Even our freshmen, some of those guys are holdbacks. You have a sophomore bunch. So we really have no excuses this year. I mean, it's you know, it's time to, you know, put up or shut up and get it to get the job done. And you know, we're 2nd year in the program, and so it's on us now to make things happen.
So you got a pretty loaded JV schedule.
We do. We're going to play Whitley twice, Bell County twice, Clay. And then we'll always pick up some games along the way, probably end up playing Millsboro. But we want those guys, because that's player development, that on Monday nights, those guys will get the opportunities to advance themselves and get better in our program.
So whenever, as a coach, how much are you factoring those JV games into those Friday night decisions? I mean, you ever see some guys that are like, man, we need to get that guy out there because how they played Monday night?
Yeah, for example, especially like special teams, you see a guy that, you know, he could be a freshman and he had a great night, had a lot of tackles. And then as a kid, maybe you think, okay, let's get a starter off on kickoff and we can put that kid in there. He's shown that he can go tackle in space. So it just allows us to build depth. And for sure, we look at those kids, and if they have great weeks, hey man, let's see if we can work you up in the depth chart.
So I know you guys have shifted a lot with like play calling. I know there's a lot of coaches in this year's staff. I believe 9 coaches you've got this year as compared to some of the years past. So when you go to Whitley County, you're playing against 3 guys that were on the Knox coaching staff just 2 years ago. And then, so these coaches, since you're the head coach, I mean, what's it like working with all these guys?
Well, I love our staff. You know, a lot of these guys were with me when I was here 20 years ago. Coach Martin and Coach Nate. You know, then we've, you know, Coach Baker's been around a long time, been part of the Knox Central football program. Coach Russell, you know, he was head coach here at one time. I've added Coach Tommy Bailey, who was a Lynn Camp defensive coordinator last couple of years. Was able to get him to come on staff. And then Coach Powinski, who we hired here as a teacher, going to be our wrestling coach. He was actually got head coaching experience. He was at Spencer County at one time. He was at South Laurel and coordinated one side of the ball. So we have a wealth of knowledge with those guys. We all get along good. We enjoy hanging out with each other, and if you don't, it's hard. But I feel like we mesh well, our staff, and so I'm excited about those guys and look forward to working with them each and every day.
And so another thing that you were talking about is the chemistry between these players. The chemistry, like you guys can coach and do what you can, but stuff like chemistry and bonding, that's up to the players themselves. That's up to them. You can't really force that. So how was camp? How was that?
Camp was great. I tell people we go to camp more or less to bond as a family. I mean, we sleep together, we eat together. So when we come out, and I always got tickled after the season was over, was moving into this year, some of the kids would say, Coach, we're going back to camp. I said, yeah, we'll go back to camp. But they loved it. We'd have a food truck come up and feed us, and they'd sit underneath the picnic table at night and play the music. And I walk in the cabin in between practices, and they're sitting there playing cards, and people standing around just laughing. It was just fun to see, not on their cell phones, but having fun with each other and becoming a brotherhood. That's what tickles me, is just to see those relationships form.
So I've asked you more offensively. So now defensively, what are you kind of looking at this year?
Well, we've returned a lot of guys. I mean, you have your linebacker core back. We have our secondary D-line. We took a blow from last year. Just a lot of kids graduated, but those kids you talk about are JV, Cash Collins and Jathan Collins, kids like that played JV games last year. I mean, those guys are going to be starters this year. Braden Hodge, I mean, he has done a great job. All those guys Jason Guy, another kid. So all those guys that played JV last year are stepping in, and they're so much more advanced this year because they're understanding the scheme of the game and what we're wanting to do defensively.
All right, well, thank you, Coach. Good luck Friday. We'll see you next week.
Harris, you guys do a great job, and thank you all for your support.
All righty. Thank you, Panther Nation.
Hey, Panther Nation, I'm Chase Mills, and I am here with
Coach Jackson Miller.
Jackson Miller is the esports coach this year, and tell us a little bit about esports.
So esports is going to be a bunch of different games. That is what esports is playing games. That's the future, apparently. Is you got a lot of colleges offering scholarships for esports, and now high schools are offering esports as a sport. This esports is being offered as a KHSAA sponsored sport this year. It was as well last year.
Yeah, so going more into that, so since it's considered like an actual sport this year, do you think that people are thrown away from esports because it's not like a physical sport?
I'm potentially that certain crowds could be, but I know a lot of people really enjoy playing games. So this is your opportunity to get better, ask questions from other players, and like I said, because this is now offered as a scholarship at a lot of schools, you can get more money from schools in your financial aid package.
Well, that's terrific. What games does like esports like range from?
So this is new. They have now 2K and Madden, the big hitters.
Okay.
For sure. Super Mario, or not Super Mario. Oh my gosh,
Mario
I showed
Kart?
my age. Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. And then there's also Splatoon 3, which I haven't played before, and then League of Legends. Those are all offered. If I missed one, I apologize.
What type of like tech do you guys use? Do you guys use like consoles or PCs? Like what's the goal here?
Yeah, good question. So you can use console or PC, and I was told that it is okay to bring your own machines. I haven't seen what all we have yet to offer everyone, but as Mr. Matlock just said, there's a bunch of Macs to use for PC players. So there's PC and console.
So does performance take into for games, like for tournament, is like tournaments like how you guys play, kind of?
Yeah.
So do you think performance on said hardware kind of like is a variable for your outcome of the tournament?
Potentially. I mean, obviously that's going to be something that I figure out, that we all figure out together later on. This is my first year doing this, so there's obviously going to be some hiccups, some growing pains.
Yeah.
But that's something that we just figure out along the way. Obviously, an Ethernet cord is
So is this like a remote thing 100%, or are you guys going to go to other schools and then participate in the school, or is it just completely remote, like online?
Whenever you do matches, I believe this is how it works. You do it online together, and there's days dedicated to practice and days dedicated to matches with other schools. And then you have, like in other sports, tennis, for example, you have regionals and districts. It's the same thing for esports. Whenever you get to those bigger competitions, I believe those are in-person LAN events.
Now, I don't know if you have the answer to this, but is there any teams, like any schools in particular, that you're excited to go up against? Do you have like a schedule for that yet?
I'm just excited to play, honestly. I'm really excited to see all the kids that I have because I do not have a roster yet. So if you are interested in playing, if you're even interested in trying it out, I should say, no worries on skill. Skill can be something that we build up over time. We're just trying to build a family.
Now, a question that's been on my mind is, how do you think this compares coaching-wise from esports to like basketball or football? Like, what drives you to be the coach, and what's the funnest part? Do you think is going to be about coaching
definitely
this?
Progression. There's still going to be progression. Like I said, if you're not even a what you would call a good gamer, that's perfectly fine. You're going to pick up strategy and skills as you go forward. So it's perfectly fine if you're not immediately the best ever at a specific game. It's all about trying new things and getting better as time goes on. And that's what I live for as a coach, is just to see progression and really in esports to have fun as well. That's the whole thing, is to have fun. Enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah. So since this is like an official high school sport, is there a JV and there's a varsity team? Okay.
There could be, yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering that. Another thing is that there's so you talked about the categories and like games that could be played. Is VR one of them? Is VR like a type of like? I wouldn't see how it would, but it's out there.
I don't think so, but that could be something that could be added in later, I'm sure.
Do you have any more words or encouragement to Panther Nation about joining esports?
Yeah, if you're interested, just send me an email or just stop by my room, and if you got questions, you can just ask away, and I'll have additional information. Obviously, starting out, we're not too worried about getting into the nitty-gritty immediately. We're just gonna, try to develop a schedule, like a practice schedule to have during the week, and then move forward with how we're gonna, line up for games and etc.
So is this like a year-round sport, or is
Yes.
this okay? So it's not like a fall, winter. Okay, so it goes all the way to the end of the year, basically.
Yeah, and it will end. It's kind of like golf at the college level. I don't think golf is this way in high school, but you have 2 separate seasons. You'll have this season fall, and then that will end in like December, and then the new season will start in January, in the winter, spring, kind of, and then go all the way to May. So it is year round.
My name's Lacey Cottrell.
And I'm Sarah Helton.
And this is it for this week's newscast.
Hope to see you next week.